Hello and welcome to the Ultra Race Recap Show for August 2014. I'm your host, Sarah Pila. Today we talk about a Himalayan ultra marathon that peaks out at over 17,000 feet. We talk with the lone finisher. Ultra cyclists race through the Hudus of southern Utah. Runners traverse the ridgelines of Colorado. Christoph Strasser runs away with the title at Race Around Austria. And legendary ultra athlete Wolfgang Fasching conquers Russia. All on this month's Ultra Race Recap. Welcome ultra racing fans. On this show, we bring you a look at ultra racing from around the world. From those who break records to those who break walls. And August was full of action, so let's get into it. August had some great world-class running events as athletes took to all corners of the globe. Over in India, in the remote Himalayan region of Leh Ladakh, the 5th La Ultra The High took place. In the past, the race hosted a 111-kilometer and 222-kilometer race, but brand new to this year was the first ever 333-kilometer. What makes this race unique is its natural, hostile, and extreme environments. Leh sits atop 11,500 feet and the race peaks at 17,700 feet, where the oxygen level dips below 60% of what you'd breathe at sea level. Temperatures also range from 17 degrees to 100 degrees Fahrenheit in a span of 5 hours, so runners must have been trying to shake the frostbite and sunburns all in the same day. The very brave Kim Rasmussen of Denmark was the only finisher of the 333-kilometer distance with a time of 71 hours, 23 minutes, and 3 seconds, just in time for that 72-hour cutoff. Congrats to you, Kim. And Kim joins us now all the way from Denmark.
Hello.
What is your history with ultra races?
I was starting running about 25 years ago. I was running a lot of marathons the first 10 years, and after running about 100 marathons, I was starting running ultra runs. So I have run Spartathlon in Greece 5 times, and I have run Badwater in USA, Western States. So now I'm only running ultra marathons or trail running.
What is the experience like doing the ultra?
It was a very tough one. I have run the race in 2012, but get hit by a motorcycle at that time, about 100 keys in the race that time. So this year they have made it one more kilometers to run, and I was thinking going back and try to run the whole one. So, but it's a very tough one. The high is very tough with your body and all the dust and the cast. It's a very tough one.
Jumping from Asia to North America, here in the United States, more than 700 runners gathered in the Colorado Rockies for the Leadville 100. The race across the sky celebrated its 32nd birthday this year, boasting a strong field, including several past champions. Rob Krar from Flagstaff, Arizona came in first at 16 hours, 9 minutes, and 32 seconds, setting the second fastest time in course history. Second place went to Arvada, Colorado's Michael Aish, and past champion Ian Sharman finished third. In the women's division, Emma Roca of Spain won with her time at 19 hours, 38 minutes, and 4 seconds. Second place went to Liza Howard of San Antonio, Texas, and rounding out the top 3, Carrie Stafford of Vail, Colorado. A couple other notable athletes include Jimmy Dean Freeman, who's working toward completing the 6 100-milers in the original Grand Slam of Ultras, and runner Joel Runyon is running 7 ultra marathons on 7 continents in order to build 7 schools with pencils of promise in 2014. Coming up is a new segment we call the Endurance File, but first, let's check out the world of ultra cycling. This month, ultra cyclists took on one of the most beautiful courses in the country. The Hudu 500 took place in southern Utah, where over 60 ultra racers were rewarded with spectacular views and some awesome climbs. This year, race director Deborah Bowling added a stage race to the Hudu 500. This enabled racers to see the great views during the day and push the pace a little bit more as they had time to recover. For the traditional Hudu 500, the first place male was Paul Spencer with a time of 36:32, and first place female was Kristen Wolf with a time of 40:18. The Hudu 500 has what's called their Voyager division, which means racers are totally unsupported. This year, the Voyager winner was the first non-stage solo racer to cross the finish line. The male winner, David Hossie, had a time of 33:56, which is a new Voyager division course record, and the first place female solo winner was Janet Christensen with a time of 39:55, which is also a female course record. This has been an outstanding year for Dave, who also took first place in the race across Oregon. He'll be competing in the Silver State 508 coming up in early October, where he'll be facing some stiff competition against Slovenian cyclist Marco Ballo. So we're all looking forward to that one. Speaking of Europe, we had some exciting action and major races. Since 2008, the Race Across Austria has been a premier ultra cycling event in Europe. Back then, up-and-coming Christoph Strasser completed a 2,600 kilometer route done by sports medicine specialist Manfred Goddard in 1988. But today, racers cycle 2,200 kilometers or nearly 1,300 miles nonstop around many of the same streets in the original route, which follows the border of Austria. After setting a new speed record and winning the Race Across America earlier this year, Christoph Strasser came back to the Race Around Austria to take it away again with a time of 3 days, 15 hours, and 24 minutes. The top female was Isabel Pulver with a time of 5 days, 5 hours, and 1 minute. There are a lot of extreme ultra challenges around the world, and in August we had one that was not just physically, but logistically challenging for both the organizers and the racer. We're talking about the Russia Coast to Coast, an ultra cycling race that starts in Vladivostok and ends 10,000 kilometers or 6,200 miles later in St. Petersburg, Russia. Much of the route followed the Trans-Siberian Railroad along geographic features such as the Far East, South Siberian Mountains, Lake Baikal, and central Russia. We spoke with race organizer Alexander Schachner, who told us about the first attempt of the Russia Coast to Coast in 2013.
And last year, in 2013, we have organized the Race Across Russia for the first time. This was a team event of 4 Austrian cyclists cycling from Moscow to Vladivostok. And this was the first, let's say, speed attempt to cross Russia.
This year, the race was attempted by an Austrian ultra cyclist, Wolfgang Fasching, whose accolades include Mount Everest and the Race Across America. In his attempt, Wolfgang wanted to come in less than 24 days. He beat that challenge by a whole 2 days, with a time of 21 days, 19 hours, and 31 minutes. His crew members, who wanted to relax just miles from the end, joked about how Wolfgang was focused on the finish line and nothing else. Well, congratulations, Wolfgang. 21 days is quite a long time to be on a bike. This next segment is called the Endurance File, where we look at extreme endurance events around the world. It's been called the most extreme fitness test in America, but it's officially known as the Ultimate Suck, a challenge series created by 2-time death race winner Joe Decker that consists of miles of trail running, carrying heavy objects, military calisthenics, and strongman tests. There are 5 regional sucks throughout the year that culminate into the multi-day national championship in August, known as the Ultimate Suck. So if you haven't put your body through enough this month, there you go. Don't forget to follow us on social media. You can check out our Facebook page under the Ultra Racing Network, be sure to like it, and also check out the Ultra Race Report on YouTube. We know that there are several races around the world that we didn't mention in our show today, so we need your help. If you have an elite ultra race that you would like to tell us about, please send your media alerts to stories@ultraраcingnetwork.com. We'll try our best to get current ultra racing information to all our viewers. Thank you for watching the Ultra Race Recap. I'm Sarah Pila. Remember to like us on Facebook and keep a lookout for our next episode.